Hello, this video will show you how to delete a series of repeated appointments. First, let's make some appointments. We're going to double click here and create a new event. Let's say I want to make a series of lunch appointments for a clinician, and I'll just choose lunch here. And I may have accidentally not been paying attention, but I may have accidentally had patient information on there, just wasn't sure. And if I make a whole bunch of appointments, well, they'll be in the name of Arlene Adams for lunch. So let's make a mistake on purpose. Instead of clicking close and refresh, which would make just one appointment, I want to hit here to create a repeat in the lower right. And we'll just do this and stop after 10 repetitions. So we'll click continue, and we'll say no thanks, I don't need to see them. So I close those, and then I see, well, for one thing, it's not long enough. It's only 15 minutes long. I could go through, let's say you booked a whole year's worth of lunch appointments. You wouldn't want to have to go through a whole year and redo those. And in this case, I also don't want to have Arlene Adams' name on all my lunch appointments. So rather than do them one at a time, we're going to delete or change a group of these all at once. So to do that, I'm going to go to the table button right here in the upper left. Your buttons may be a little bit different, maybe at the top, but it's the same idea. Go to the table area. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, if you'll bear with me just a moment, because I have a 30-inch screen and it automatically maximizes. So here we are. You may show a lot of your appointments, but what we want to do is we want to search for those specific lunch appointments. To do that, I'm going to click the Find button at the top middle, which places the program into search mode. And I'm going to say find greater than, let's say yesterday actually. So doing this on the 19th of December. So I could also narrow it down to, in this case, I want to say I want all appointments, and I'll have to scroll over to do that, that are lunch appointments. And again, I could even say for just a particular clinician here, but I don't think I have any other ones. But I want to narrow down the group by clicking Perform Find. And in this case, it didn't just find 11 appointments, the one I was on plus the 10 others that I created. It actually found some other ones that I don't want to delete, let's say. So to omit those from the group before deleting them or changing them at once, we're going to come up here to the word Appointments, and we're going to omit this appointment. It's much faster to press the Control key and letter T. Omit ends with T, and that's how I remember it. So I can do that. I can keep doing that or press Control T. Control T, you can't see me doing it, but I just omitted, not deleted. I omitted those. So I have my original lunch appointment plus the other 10 that I created. And by default, we do not allow you to delete a large group of appointments because you could catastrophically delete all of your appointments. So if you do want that kind of privilege, then please contact us, support@HearForm.com, and we can change your version. But I'll show you how. I can't delete these, but I can change them so they'll no longer show up on the schedule. I also don't want these to show up on Arlene Adams' home screen. So if you have the ability, and again, you may not, I'm going to delete her contact ID from this first appointment by backspacing. And now it's empty. Then I'm going to use something called the Replace function up here under Appointments. Replace field contents. You can see I can also press Control plus equals. You may have seen a video on the Replace field contents feature in, again, another video. But I'm going to click that button and then very carefully read this sentence. Permanently replace the contents of the field ID contact, that's the unique identifier number for the patient, in the 11 records. Good, I'm in the right field with the right number of records, not all 1,483 in this case. And replace with what? Well, 2 quotes with nothing in the middle of the quotes, which means blank or nothing. So if I'm comfortable with that, I can click the Replace button here, and it clears all of that. So all of that information has gone away from her, but we still have a blank appointment on that date. So now what I want to do is I have to come over and make sure I clear information from the date end and date start fields. So I'm going to put on this one, 1/1/1900, and once again, a little bit of a bother, I can replace the field contents with that date, and it clears it all out, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm basically putting all of them to that day. So once again, Appointments, Replace field contents, and now I've changed those so they'll no longer show up. Now that's not the same as deleting them. Again, I'm very happy to give you the ability to delete records based on the owner or administrator's permission, but we do not have that ability to just delete them outright. Now I'm going to re-log in to show you what that would look like. When you log in with administrative rights, you might even see a button that would, and let me zoom out just a little bit, this one off to the right that deletes all found appointments, okay? But I don't think you'll typically see that. Instead, what you'll do is you'll have to change your menu. We don't want your other staff to be able to do this easily. So again, a little bit complicated, but I'm going to come up here to the Tools menu, and we need to make sure that's activated for you. And I'm going to change it from this Safe Limited menu to the Standard FileMaker menu, which gives you more power, but also potentially more room for error. So I'm going to change this, and then I'm going to come up here, and now I see the word records instead of appointments. Now I have more power. I can come up here to delete my found records, and it will ask me permanently delete all 11. Thank goodness it's not all 1400, and then I can delete those and they're gone. So again, if you want to change them to that date, like 1/1/1900, they essentially go away. They're just there at the beginning of the list, but you'll never see them. If you really want to delete them, then please contact us and we'll give you the ability to do that. Thanks for watching.